Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to share this latest build with everyone. Basically, this is a heavy truck with, I guess you can call it a grabber arm on the rear section. Yeah, this is I guess a heavy truck that I've had on my collection or on my shelf for a number of weeks now, and just been something that's been on my list to build for the channel. And I thought, well, in this past week, I thought, you know what, I might as well just get started on it. So I wanted to share just kind of how I put it together. I'm going to try to keep the video down to, a little shorter than normal. I mean, I think with this, I got well over an hour, well over an hour of footage for me putting this thing together. But anyways, I wanted to share just kind of a general walkthrough and just the design of what I was going for. But or the look what I was going for. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to build something that had some spikes on it, along with a big scoop on the back. And I was looking at the some of the Mad Max cars, and this is the one that I based this design off of. I was thinking I really like to build something very similar to that, as realistically as possible. So and I think I achieved the look I was going for in terms of the rust effects. And a lot of stuff here I hadn't actually tried before, and I think now that I created a technique that really works really well. I might do a separate video on just exactly how I did it. I might even take some more of the footage from this build and kind of do a separate walkthrough, or I'll build a couple of cars that are just kind of really starting from scratch and just kind of show you how I did it with just painting techniques alone. I think that might be a good vehicle, a good video to shoot. So anyways, this is the original truck. I took it all apart, just get all the pieces that I needed to make things happen, and started to basically took it into the garage, after disassembly and just organizing all the parts to to strip all the paint off. So yeah, once I got the truck all disassembled, I took it in the garage and I stripped all the paint off. Basically, after that, I started to grind out, with a Dremel tool, like where I wanted the rust. I guess like the holes and the dents and everything. I kind of put it around the front of the car. But then I started really trying to figure out like how I'm going to do, rust, and I started going out and do some research. And I took a picture of this, I guess, a water cap, and got some truck images online, and just kind of really started thinking about like how am I gonna do it. And what was going through my mind was like I noticed that in a lot of cases, rust has this like kind of like a lighter, sometimes there's a lighter color blended in with some like other colorations as well. So I thought, I'm going to try this like milky effect. So after I painted the truck all, brown, I thought, well, that's going to be a good base color. Like after I primered it, I covered it with a brown primer as well. And then I came up with this sort of this milky effect with like white and a beige color mixed together. Once that was all dry, I started doing this. Figure out like what was going to be the base color of the truck itself, and I thought, well, it's an old truck, maybe it was blue originally. So I got out the sponge and I just started to sponge it down just to see what the effect would look like. Then I repeated the process with like a more of an orangey color. Then I found this like darker sort of crimson red that I used, and then finally I added brown as well. So I could actually make a separate video on that section alone, but if you like that, just maybe let me know in the comment section down below, and I can kind of put that together for you. But after all those layerings were done, I started to do more of like a wash effect into some of the areas where I felt like I needed to kind of cover up some of the I guess the milky wash that I had done it. So. And I kind of wanted to make sure like all the crevices were darkened out as much as I could. After I had done all those layerings, I took out the dry pastels and I started to do a pastel wash on the base, as well as some of the other spots, including the back area, like where the spikes were, and just some pieces on the doors. And then kind of finished the model off by getting out my trusty makeup brush, and I started to dry brush the wheels. You gotta always remove as much paint as you possibly can to do these things. And then after that, I actually painted the rims. Same process I did the rest of the vehicle, in terms of like a dark red, a brown, and an orange, like orange highlights, to kind of just get the rust, looking the way I wanted it to, and match the rest of the vehicle. And then I just made sure all the dry brushing of the entire vehicle was pretty even on the front and all the sides and everything, and kind of wrapped it up all together. So anyways, so this is what the end result is. Hopefully you guys like this video, and please let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions about the rust effect, and if you'd like to see a separate tutorial on how to do that, I can produce that in the next video. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.